Have you ever woken up in the morning and your legs felt wrong? Not just stiff or sore, but almost like they didn't belong to you? Maybe you had to sit on the edge of the bed for a few minutes before you could trust them to hold your weight? This happened to me about 6 months ago. I woke up one Tuesday morning, swung my legs out of bed like I had thousands of times before, and when I tried to stand up, my right leg just gave out. Not from pain, but because it felt completely numb and weak, like it had fallen asleep, but much worse. I sat there on the edge of my bed, massaging my leg and waiting for the feeling to come back, and a terrifying thought crossed my mind. Is this how it starts? Is this the beginning of losing my mobility? Here's what really scared me when I started looking into this. Every night, millions of seniors unknowingly sleep in positions that are slowly destroying their leg circulation, compressing their nerves, and weakening their muscles. 8 hours of damage, night after night, gradually stealing their mobility. But here's what shocked me even more. Most seniors think morning leg stiffness and weakness are just part of getting older. They accept that their legs feel heavy and unsteady when they first get up. They don't realize that their sleeping position is literally paralyzing their legs for hours every single night. The worst part? By the time you notice serious leg problems during the day, you've already endured months or even years of nighttime damage. Your circulation has been compromised, your nerves have been compressed, and your leg muscles have been slowly weakening while you slept. I'm going to share with you what I discovered about the sleeping positions that are destroying seniors' legs, and, more importantly, the simple changes that can save your mobility and maybe even restore strength you thought was gone forever. But I have to warn you, you're probably sleeping in one of these dangerous positions right now. Almost everyone is. And the position that causes the most damage? It's the one most people think is the most comfortable. Before we start, though, I'm curious. Have you noticed your legs feeling different when you wake up? Maybe they're stiff, weak, or take longer to wake up than they used to? Just think about this morning. How did your legs feel when you first got out of bed? Now, let me explain what's really happening to your legs while you sleep, and why your sleeping position matters more than you ever imagined. When you sleep, your body goes through important repair processes. Your muscles recover from the day's activities, your circulation delivers nutrients and oxygen to your tissues, and your nervous system resets itself for the next day. But here's what most people don't understand. Your legs are particularly vulnerable during sleep because they're the farthest from your heart. Getting blood and oxygen to your leg muscles requires your circulation system to work against gravity, even when you're lying down. When you sleep in certain positions, you can compress blood vessels, pinch nerves, and put pressure on your leg muscles for hours at a time. It's like putting a tourniquet on your legs for 8 hours every night. Think about this. If you sat on your hand for 20 minutes, it would go numb and weak. Now imagine what 8 hours of pressure and compression does to your legs night after night, year after year. The damage is gradual and insidious. You don't wake up one morning with paralyzed legs. Instead, you slowly lose circulation, nerve function, and muscle strength. Your legs become weaker, less stable, and more prone to injury. But here's what gives me hope, and what should give you hope too. Unlike age-related muscle loss, sleep position damage is completely preventable and often reversible. By changing how you sleep, you can restore circulation, relieve nerve pressure, and help your leg muscles recover their strength. The changes can be dramatic. People who fix their sleeping positions often notice improvements within just a few nights. Better circulation, less morning stiffness, and stronger, more responsive legs. let me share the 4 most dangerous sleeping positions for seniors, counting down from the 4th most harmful to the one that's causing the most damage. Position number 4, the side sleeper with legs stacked. Many seniors sleep on their side with one leg directly on top of the other. This seems natural and comfortable, but it creates serious problems for your bottom leg. When you stack your legs like this, the weight of your top leg compresses the blood vessels in your bottom leg for hours. This reduces circulation and can cause that pins and needles feeling when you wake up. But the real danger is nerve compression. There's a major nerve called the peroneal nerve that runs along the outside of your knee. When your legs are stacked, this nerve gets compressed between the bones of your top and bottom leg. Over time, this compression can cause a condition called foot drop, where you have trouble lifting the front of your foot when you walk. This makes you more likely to trip and fall, and it can become permanent if the nerve damage is severe enough. I met a woman named Helen who had been sleeping with stacked legs for years. She started noticing that her left foot felt weak and floppy when she walked. She had to consciously think about lifting her foot with each step, and she'd started tripping over small obstacles. When Helen learned about the connection between her sleeping position and her foot problems, she made a simple change. She started sleeping with a pillow between her knees to keep her legs separated. Within 2 weeks, Helen noticed her foot felt stronger. Within a month, she was walking more confidently and hadn't tripped once. The nerve compression that had been building for years started to reverse itself. Position number 3, the stomach sleeper. Sleeping on your stomach might feel comfortable, but it's one of the worst positions for your legs, especially as you age. When you sleep on your stomach, your legs are forced into an unnatural position. Your hips are extended, your knees are straight, and your feet are often turned inward or outward at awkward angles. This position compresses the blood vessels in your groin area, reducing circulation to your entire legs. It also puts stress on your hip joints and can compress the nerves that control your leg muscles. But here's the biggest problem. Stomach sleeping forces you to turn your head to one side for the entire night. This creates a twisted position that affects your spine and can compress nerves that control leg function. Many stomach sleepers wake up with lower back pain, hip stiffness, and legs that feel weak and unsteady. They often don't realize that their sleeping position is causing these problems. Frank is 73 and had been a stomach sleeper his entire life. Over the past few years, he noticed his legs felt increasingly stiff and weak in the mornings. He was having trouble getting out of bed, and his balance was getting worse. Frank's physical therapist suggested he try sleeping in a different position. Frank was resistant at first. He'd been sleeping on his stomach for 70 years. But when he understood how this position was affecting his leg circulation and nerve function, he decided to make the change. It took Frank about 3 weeks to adjust to sleeping on his side, but the improvement in his legs was remarkable. His morning stiffness decreased significantly, and his balance and leg strength started improving. Position number 2, the fetal position, too tight. Many seniors naturally curl up in a fetal position when they sleep, especially when they're cold or feeling vulnerable. A loose fetal position can actually be comfortable and safe, but many people curl up too tightly. When you curl up in a tight fetal position, you compress the blood vessels in your legs and reduce circulation. Your knees are pulled up towards your chest, which can compress nerves and put pressure on your hip joints. This position also keeps your leg muscles in a shortened, contracted state all night long. Over time, this can lead to muscle tightness and reduced flexibility. Your hip flexors become tight, your hamstrings shorten, and your leg muscles lose their natural range of motion. The result is legs that feel stiff and weak when you wake up, difficulty straightening your legs fully, and a shuffling gait that puts you at risk for falls. But here's what's particularly dangerous about the tight fetal position. It can compress the major blood vessels that supply your legs. This reduces oxygen delivery to your leg muscles and can contribute to muscle weakness and atrophy over time. Mary is 78 and had been sleeping in a tight fetal position for years, especially during cold winter months. She noticed that her legs felt increasingly stiff and weak, and she was having trouble walking longer distances. Mary's daughter, who's a nurse, noticed that her mother's posture had changed. Mary was walking with a slight forward lean and couldn't straighten her legs completely when standing. When Mary learned about how her sleeping position was contributing to these problems, she made a conscious effort to sleep in a more relaxed position. She used pillows to support her legs without pulling them up too tightly. The improvement was gradual but significant. Over several months, Mary's flexibility improved, her posture straightened, and her leg strength increased. She was able to walk longer distances and felt more stable on her feet. Now we come to the number one most dangerous sleeping position for seniors' legs. This position is so common that most people think it's normal and healthy, but it's silently destroying circulation and nerve function in millions of seniors every single night. Position number 1, sleeping on your back with legs straight and together. This might surprise you because sleeping on your back is often recommended as the healthiest position. And it can be, but only if you do it correctly. Most seniors make critical mistakes that turn this healthy position into a mobility destroyer. The problem isn't sleeping on your back. It's sleeping on your back with your legs straight, pressed together, and unsupported. When you sleep this way, several dangerous things happen to your legs. First, your legs rotate inward due to gravity and the weight of your feet. This internal rotation compresses blood vessels and can pinch nerves in your hips and thighs. Second, without proper support, your lower back arches excessively. This puts pressure on the nerves that control your leg muscles and can cause numbness and weakness that radiates down your legs. Third, your feet often fall into a pointed position, which can compress the nerves and blood vessels in your ankles. This is why many back sleepers wake up with numb or tingling feet. Fourth, when your legs are pressed together and unsupported, the weight of one leg can compress blood vessels in the other leg, reducing circulation throughout the night. But here's the most insidious problem. This position can compress your sciatic nerve, the large nerve that runs from your lower back down through your legs. Sciatic compression causes pain, numbness, and weakness that can extend from your back all the way down to your feet. Many seniors who sleep this way develop what they think is sciatica or arthritis, when the real problem is nerve compression from their sleeping position. Let me tell you about Robert, who's 71. Robert had been sleeping on his back with his legs straight and together for most of his adult life. Over the past few years, he developed what his doctor called sciatica, shooting pain and numbness that ran down his right leg. Robert tried pain medications, physical therapy, and even injections, but the problem kept getting worse. He was starting to walk with a limp and was afraid he might need surgery. Then Robert learned about how sleeping position can cause nerve compression. He realized that his symptoms were worst in the morning and gradually improved throughout the day, a classic sign of sleep position-related nerve compression. Robert made simple changes to his sleeping position. He started sleeping with a pillow under his knees to reduce the arch in his lower back. He placed a small pillow between his ankles to keep his legs slightly separated. and he made sure his feet weren't pointed downward. The improvement was dramatic. Within a week, Robert's morning pain and numbness decreased significantly. Within a month, his limp was gone, and he could walk without discomfort. The sciatica that he thought might require surgery was completely resolved by changing his sleeping position. Now, you might be wondering, what is the best sleeping position for leg health? The answer depends on your individual situation, but there are some universal principles that can help anyone protect their legs while they sleep. The safest sleeping position for most seniors is on your side with proper support. Here's how to do it correctly. Sleep on your side with your legs slightly bent, but not curled up tightly. Place a firm pillow between your knees to keep your legs separated and prevent the top leg from compressing the bottom leg. Make sure your head and neck are properly supported so you're not creating tension that can affect nerve function down into your legs. Keep your arms in a comfortable position that doesn't put pressure on your shoulders or create tension in your neck. If you prefer to sleep on your back, you can make it safe for your legs by following these guidelines. Place a pillow under your knees to reduce the arch in your lower back and take pressure off the nerves that control your legs. Put a small pillow or rolled towel between your ankles to keep your legs slightly separated and prevent internal rotation. Make sure your feet are in a neutral position, not pointed downward. You can use a pillow at the foot of your bed to keep your feet properly positioned. Consider using a body pillow or wedge pillow to maintain proper positioning throughout the night. If you're currently a stomach sleeper, I strongly encourage you to transition to side or back sleeping. It may take a few weeks to adjust, but the benefits for your leg health are enormous. Here are some tips for making the transition easier. Use pillows to block yourself from rolling onto your stomach. Place a pillow in front of your body when side sleeping, or use a body pillow to maintain position. Start by sleeping in the new position for just part of the night. Even a few hours in a better position is helpful for your legs. Be patient with yourself. It can take 2 to 4 weeks to fully adjust to a new sleeping position, but the improvement in your leg health will be worth it. Let me share one more success story. Margaret is 82 and had been experiencing progressive leg weakness for several years. She was using a walker and was afraid she might lose her independence completely. Margaret's legs felt weak and unsteady every morning, and it took her longer and longer to feel stable on her feet. Her family was worried she might need to move to assisted living. When Margaret learned about the connection between sleeping position and leg health, she realized she'd been sleeping in ways that were compromising her circulation and nerve function. Margaret made comprehensive changes to her sleeping setup. She got a new mattress that provided better support, arranged pillows to keep her legs in optimal position, and established a bedtime routine that helped her maintain good positioning throughout the night. The changes weren't immediate, but they were steady. After 2 weeks, Margaret noticed her legs felt stronger in the morning. After a month, she was able to walk short distances without her walker. After 3 months, Margaret had regained enough leg strength and stability to live independently. Margaret's story shows that it's never too late to improve your leg health by changing your sleeping position. Even damage that's built up over years can often be reversed with consistent attention to proper sleep positioning. Your sleeping position affects your legs for 7 to 9 hours every single night. Over a year, that's over 3,000 hours of either helping or harming your leg health. The cumulative effect of sleeping in the right position or the wrong position is enormous. Here's what you can do starting tonight. Evaluate your current sleeping position honestly. Are you compressing your legs, pinching nerves, or reducing circulation. Make 1 or 2 simple changes to improve your leg positioning. Don't try to change everything at once. Focus on the most important improvements first. Give your body time to adjust. It may take a few weeks to get comfortable with a new sleeping position, but be patient and consistent. Pay attention to how your legs feel in the morning. This is the best indicator of whether your sleeping position is helping or hurting your leg health. Remember, your legs carry you through life. They determine whether you can live independently, visit friends and family, and enjoy the activities you love. Every night, you have the opportunity to either support your leg health or undermine it through your sleeping position. The choice is yours. By sleeping in positions that support healthy circulation and nerve function, you can wake up every morning with stronger, more responsive legs. You can maintain your mobility and independence for years to come. If this information helped you understand how your sleeping position affects your legs, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical tips that can help you stay mobile and independent. In the comments, tell me, what's your usual sleeping position? Have you noticed any connection between how you sleep and how your legs feel in the morning? Your experience might help someone else who's dealing with similar issues. Your legs have carried you through decades of life. Now it's time to take care of them by giving them the restful, supportive sleep they need to stay strong and healthy. Sleep well and wake up with legs that are ready to carry you confidently through another day.